Giggity Racing League. Tonight we have a special 3-race event for you. The Preset Cup Series is going to be racing a 25% race Michigan after we all know what happened last week with the horrible servers. And then they'll be running a 50% Sonoma, followed by the Custom Cup Series getting their crack at the road course. In the booth with me tonight I have Robbie Racing, the Australian, as well as a driver that you guys won't be hearing. For the Preset Series, we have Pro 75. He will be my in-race reporter. He'll be the guy letting me know how many laps are left and screaming and cussing when somebody hits him. So, right, Robbie, who are you looking at here tonight as we go to Michigan?
I don't know, it's quite a tough choice. I mean, I've sort of been out the circle for a little bit, so I've been missing the broadcast and I've been extremely busy. So, if I had to say off the top of my head, I'm going to say, can I have 2 picks or just 1?
Well, I asked who you're picking to win. I didn't say pick the whole field and tell me, whatever. But go ahead. I'll let you. Since you're foreign,
now, is it?
Since you're foreign, I'll let you pick 2.
Jake and Tackle.
Ooh, good picks, good picks. I'm going to go in my own camp. Blakey T and Crab Leg are racing tonight. I'm going to go with somebody like Blakey T. He's pretty good at the road courses. UK Wildcats, you can never count him out of any race, so look for any of those drivers that we've mentioned to be up front here tonight. That was duh. We're at Michigan first. Michigan, man, I don't know. I just think it's going to be who can keep themselves out of trouble the best. Road course racing, different breed, but Michigan definitely is all about the draft. That's going to play a huge role in who wins tonight's race. Let me see. Pro 75, a little upset we didn't mention his name, but we didn't ask who's going to finish last. We were talking about who's going to win the race, so we didn't bring up the Pro 75. To anybody out there, tonight's race is the Danny Salzgaber 100. I know, never heard of her. That is the one and only Puddin'. The guy's having a rough time. You usually hear his gums flapping tonight. I do say gums, especially because he doesn't have the teeth. Unfortunately, some stuff happened with him tonight, and in honor of him, in the Custom Cup race, I will be racing the Pro League Air Force number 43 car. It's Diego Salvador's car. That's Puddin's favorite car. I'll be running that. Just a heads up so everybody knows. His wife's grandmother this week passed away from COVID-19. Both of her parents are in the hospital with COVID-19, and the one person that Puddin can console, feel a little bit better after dealing with the stuff with his wife, is his dog. Unfortunately, he had to put his dog down today. So Puddin's going through a really rough patch right now, and he can't make it tonight. So anybody out there, say a little prayers. Just give him a heads up. Let him know you're thinking of him. I know I am here, but that is why tonight's race is the Danny Salzgaber 100. Entering tonight's event here at Michigan Speedway, we have Jake in the points lead with 435 points, followed by the Private Patton. We have the Duck Commander himself, Duck Humor, sitting in third, followed by Tackleberry, Wildcats, Country Caliber, all with a win. Just Ken, who's no longer here with us, he's sitting in 7th. Elite, also not here with us, sitting in 8th. Let's see, 9th is Flirt with Disaster, and then H-Route sitting in 10th. They have a pretty good gap over Big Dane and Spenker. Spenker hasn't been racing for a while. Tiger Nascar Pro 75, those guys coming right up on the tail there in the top 14. Higgins in 15th. All these guys looking to get that W and get themselves locked into the playoffs. This actually is the best series, closest one on that. We have 7 race winners here in the Preset Cup Series. So if you're not a winner, it's really hard to get in here. Over to you, Robbie. Got anything to add here?
Yeah, sorry, I was just writing a message. Can't multitask. Yeah, so definitely a shout out to Puddin'. We're all thinking of you. There's another guy we haven't spoke about in a while. He does race in the Preset Series, and that is Trout on his recovery. Over the past year, I think it's been about a year now. It's nearly been a year, hasn't it? Yeah, his recovery has been absolutely amazing. I do believe he is now walking. For those that don't know, Trout was actually in a bit of an accident, losing, I think it was either one of his legs, or was it both of his legs?
Both of his legs are gone.
Yeah, he lost both his legs. We did do a charity event here at Giggity Racing League, raising some money for the man. And I'll tell you what, his racing is also coming along as well. He's made a few adjustments to his setup at home, and you know, I can't wait to see what he's going to bring to us tonight.
Man, I'll never forget.
One of his good ones.
I'll never forget if you guys check out the YouTube. I'll post here in just a second, bro. But if you guys check out the YouTube and you scroll down, there's an Adam Troutman Memorial. It was kind of the coolest thing we'd ever done. He's raced the 18 and the 37 here in the league. He's in the 18 now, but we actually had his team captain Noko was in the 18, led the field. The rest of the field was the blue, all blue number 37 on heat 4. It was really cool to see that. We had not just our league, but 3-4 other leagues all participated. We had the full 39 cars plus the one broadcaster, and we made a 40-car field, you know, and everybody was 3 wide except for Noko, of course, up front. Let's see. Yeah, it was pretty cool. One of the coolest things, again, that I've ever been a part of. The racing event, 2 minutes until the timer will be starting, 6:54. We're going to go ahead and get going.
Another thing that doesn't get mentioned too often, how are we looking on team points?
Give me a minute, and I'll get you that. Pole sitter tonight and points leader Jake Giroux in the 24 car. Team points. Team points entering tonight, a shocker up front. Team NRG is the points leader with 518, followed by Cola and Team Noko tied at 511, followed by the Knievel Motorsports with 465, the Canucks at 428, Shin Motorsports with 412, which is now Medical Motorsports, followed by the No Pit Pendle 407 and Wicked Motorsports at 123. Wicked Motorsports, that's who Pro 75 drives for. Of course, they're going to always be a little bit further behind as they only have 2 Cup drivers. They have Pro 75. Oh, they have an Xfinity guy. They have Pro 75, Wicked Gatekeeper, both you'll see tonight in the 8 car, and they have Wide Open Racing in Xfinity. They had a truck driver, but he's no longer here with us, so he's down to just those 3 drivers, so a little harder for those guys to make up the points. Really excited for this racing. Last Wednesday, we thought that the whole racing was going to be canceled for the night. The Custom Series was able to race. All of the drivers that participated looked at it as one of their top 5 races of all time here in the Giggity Racing League. I would put it probably second or third, right up there with that Kansas race that happened back on Heat 3. Absolutely phenomenal. 3-4 wide the whole race. Timer should be going right now. Yeah, absolutely 3-4 wide the whole race. Everybody was giving each other room, and it came down to a nail biter. Really cool. And of course, I'm going to say it was one of my top favorite races, as somehow I ended up with my first victory in like 2.5 seasons. And Dean knew that that was going to happen. Absolutely. Just let me know when the timer expires completely. To anybody viewing out there, I see we only have 5 viewers. That's unfortunate. Who are your guys' picks here for Michigan? Timer has expired, so I'm blue screening. You're not going to get to hear the Australian voice for about 10 seconds while I get in there. And now you can hear Robbie, and he's not talking. Here's your starting lineup.
Hello, sunshine! No, I'm still here. I'm just looking forward to this race at Michigan. And it's going to be interesting at Sonoma. It's definitely a road course that people don't run a lot, so...
You can accept your invite there, in case you were wondering, Robbie.
I'm already doing it.
Oh, Paul Bear said Keith is back in the truck, so Wicked actually has the extra driver. Dean Clavitt with the Booger McFarland fact says his pick is a car crossing the line on the first on the last lap. So hopefully it's going to be... Man, I don't know. That's a tricky one. NRG last week in a 100-lap race, he ended up 101 laps down as we went into overtime. So the last lap would be 100. So if they go 2 extra laps, like, the driver could still lose, Dean. And we're green flag. Jake Giroux in the 24 leads the way with Duck Humor in the Apple Bush car on the 4 on the outside with, who's that in third? I'm not sure, but Blakey T sitting in fourth. I believe that's Country Caliber in third. Now second in the 11 car. Sure enough, it is. Here comes Private Patton in that beautiful yellow 21 as he's now moving into third place as he's trying to race with Duck Humor. Boy, that was god-awful. One of the turns, it just stayed at the turn instead of going to the car. Duck Humor on the outside of the 21. This is for third place. The top 2, Country Caliber, is now taking the lead from Jake Giroux. The 2 are working together as here comes Patton in the draft, followed by the 34 of Blakey T. That will round out your top 5. Duck Humor drifts up a little bit too high, 3 wide as Tackleberry gets to the inside of him, and Big Dane below the 16 car. Great racing back here. No contact made between any of these cars. The 4 just messed up and is now losing a lot of time and a lot of draft here as he's fallen to the rear from, I believe, 3rd all the way back to 11th place now. Robbie?
Yeah, I'm just flicking through the field here. I'm actually seeing a little bit of lag. I don't know if it's me or if it's lobby lag. You know, we've had some issues with the service lately. But as always, from these preset cup guys, amazing racing, side by side, doing their absolute best to stay off one another and make some clean passes.
Ooh, Pro 75 in the wall back there, and that gorgeous number 8 car throwback to the Ray Besto's number 8.
I like that paint scheme.
Hey, just say it. Say, I like it. I like it a lot. With your accent, it'll be great.
I like it. I like it a lot. I love you, Jenny.
Big Dane now to the inside of the 24 car. This is for 4th. I don't know what happened to Jake, but he's losing positions. Here comes Crableg in the 38 inside of the 16. That's Tackleberry in the Soul Shin Motorsports car out there. Sorry, medical. Ooh, the 14 gets into the side of the 16. I'm not sure who's in the 14. Oh, that's I Spun Higgins. He used to be in the 2. Same team, just a different car, as Cola Motorsports has the 2, the 4, and the 14. Yeah, I know it's a weird group, but those are his cars. Jake Giroux now riding in what appears to be 6th place. Not where you typically see him running, but it is only stage 1. Expect to see him at the front as we continue.
This season has been a little bit up and down. As you know, Jake, he absolutely dominated the Xfinity series in season 3, both preset and custom. And you know, we're at season 5 now, and the competition here is just intense. You know, even the likes of Jake Giroux struggles from time to time.
Battle for the lead is Private Patton to the inside of Country Caliber, followed by Blakey T and Big Dane looking to crack into the podium position in 3rd. The 38 of Crableg, you have 2 KMS Motorsports drivers on the inside trying to get to the front, and a Canuck in the 21 has taken the lead from Country Caliber. 14 of Flirt is trying to also go with them. It looks like the inside seems to be the location to be. Unlike what we'd seen last Wednesday with the Customs kind of ran side by side a lot longer, but these guys, once they get to that inside, it's kind of just a freight train as Private Patton in the 21, now your leader. Big Dane is fighting with everything he's got on the outside of his, not Big Dane, Country Caliber, fighting with Big Dane, trying to keep his position. The 20 drifts up. Is he going to help his teammate as Crab Leg and I Spun Higgins to the inside? The 20 decides to hang his partner out to dry, and he drops down to the bottom. Flirt with Disaster is up top following the 11 car, trying to give him a little bit of draft. Here comes Blakey T to the inside of the 21. He's trying to take the lead with his teammate a Crableg pushing him 3 wide as they get onto the back stretch. As Big Dane thinks better of it, lifts, he drops down to the bottom. 16 of Tackleberry has gone around. I don't know what happened. Looks like maybe he caught the apron. Cautions are on, but I don't know if we're going to see one for that single car accident. How many laps you got left there, Pro? When the leader gets to the line, the leader of Blakey T, yes, that is an accurate statement. I know that that's not what you hear very often, but Blakey T is winning a race. That is 7 laps to go here in stage 1.
Ooh, this is interesting. We've actually got the 24 of Jake Giroux taking a pit stop. Strategy, maybe?
I'm thinking he might have snagged the wall or something, got a little damage, and so he's trying to fix it. I just don't see That's crazy. I don't know why you'd be doing that. Dean, I'm trying to be like a good broadcaster or something. Excuse me. He told me to take a breath, and I totally did. I'm smoking a cigarette right now, and every time I have a puff of that, that's my kind of oxygen. 20 of Big Dane to the inside of the 38. That's crab leg. Big Dan seeing a little lag out of the 34 there. I don't know if the other driver's seen it. On my screen, it looked like it should have caused some damage, but I don't see that happening anymore. Big Dane, crab leg, duck humor, private patent 2x2 for second, third, fourth, and fifth.
24, Jay Giroux going one lap down here in stage 1.
As we see it now, the outside lane did work the best there, as Crableg and Private Patent were able to take second and third. Flirt with Disaster now trying to get by the 20 car, but those two also teammates. We have 3 NRG Motorsports cars sitting in this top pack of, I think that's 7 cars. 5 laps remaining here in stage 1. The 19 comes down a little bit on the 4. They make contact. They both save it. They're both under control. Here comes the 11 trying to make a move, but he's just at the mercy of everybody going side by side in front of him. The 38 of Crableg got to lead a lap. Here comes Private Patent trying to take his spot back. 38 into the wall. He drifted up too high coming off the exit. 21 of Private Patent will take the lead. 38 is going to lose the draft. Thanks a lot, Dean. I'm a Kentucky Derby announcer. I mean, these guys have kind of got like a lot of horsepower. That's equivalent, right? Man, this is some really good racing with this front pack. All looks like 6 cars now. The crab leg's falling out. All 6 of these guys, really good hard racing, side-by-side action. You love seeing it. This preset Cup Series, one of the best in NASCAR Heat 5. I mean, I like it, of course. It's you know, our league, giggity, but these guys do really, really good week in and week out, as we see Blakey T trying to make a move on Patton again for the lead. These guys are just swapping. I have no idea who's going to win this stage. All right, good talk, Robbie.
Sorry, mate. I'm just sat here watching the racing. I love watching these guys. You know, they know how to keep it clean and keep it green more often than not. But Sonoma, I'm sitting here thinking about Sonoma and just wondering.
Oh, 14
they're
way down to the apron.
They're doing laps at Michigan. Now, they're just going left. But what's going to happen when they're going to start going left and right? It's definitely going to be interesting, without a doubt.
3 wide for the lead, as the 21 has drifted up. The 20 now to the inside of him, 34 to the inside of them. They're side by side as they go to the line. That is for 2 to go here in stage 1. 6 cars, 2x2, 3 rows deep. This is for your stage win here, ladies and gentlemen. Or just gentlemen. I don't know if any ladies are watching, but yeah, this is an amazing battle here for the top spot. They have single filed out, but don't expect it to stay like that, as we are coming to the white flag of this first stage. Most of these cars are cars you would expect to actually see up front, and then there's a 34 front row motorsports car up there in the lead of all of them at a track like Michigan. This is awesome, as he is the car taking the white flag here in stage 1. Next time by will be the green and white checkered flag. Blakey T hoping to get himself some points, as he's ridiculously far back in points, mostly because he doesn't show up from very often. The 20 of Big Dane battling hard. He's sitting just outside the top 10 in points. I believe he's actually the car in 11th, so this would be huge if he could get this stage win, at least get some stage points and finish in the top 3. The 4 of Duck Humor trying to stop that from happening. Here comes the 19 of Flirt. Haven't spoken a lot about him. He ducks it to the inside, 3 wide for second. The 4 looks like he's going to hold on to it. 4 wide now. The 21 sticks his nose in. I have no idea who finished where. I know the 34 won this stage. Yep, Pro, that's... Oh, you might not be finished yet. Let me know the top 5 when you get done. Blakey T with a win, followed by Duck Humor, quack. Big Dane in 3rd, Private Patent in 4th, and that would leave Flirt in 5th. So we had Blakey T. I don't remember who got second. Whoever you just said. The Quack Duck Commander there, the Quacker, and Big Dane. 1, 2, 3. Those will be your free drivers receiving stage points. Jake Giroux, the only driver 1 lap down, will get the lucky dog, but that means he has to start in the back. Here you see it. He has 11 other drivers to try and pass on this restart and get himself some stage points here as we enter stage 2 at the Danny Salzgaber 100. Back up front, Blakey T leads Duck Humor as they roll off into turn 1, going up through the gears, trying to get it going. Country Caliber out in YouTube land, cheering for himself on YouTube under that stage break. He's screaming, "Let's go country." The 8 car down onto the apron. I don't know if there was some contact or what happened. The 20 of Big Dane trying to take the lead. For you there, Dylan Tibbetts, who's out in YouTube land as well. Five-car breakaway at the front. Pro 75 and 6 really needs those guys to line up behind him so they can try to catch up and not lose a lot of ground to the rest of these drivers. The top 5 are racing though, so as long as those guys can somewhat stay up, they should be all right. I believe the 8 just caught the apron. He did not spin out, but very close to it. Oh, the 14 did wreck though, as the 14 of Big Higgins, or Spun Higgins, sorry, he has a lot of nose damage there. Is that a caution? No. Jake Giroux involved in the accident in that 24. The 8 and the 24 here working together way off pace after all that contact. Up front, we have Big Dane followed by Blakey T. Private Patton and Duck Humor battling for third side by side. Country Caliber now gets his nose in there as he's take 4th from Duck Humor. Crab Leg on the inside. Tackleberry still there. We have a 6-car breakaway at the front. The rest of the field involved in that accident. Over to you, Robbie. And good talk for my Australian friend over there, having a little bit of shrimp on the bobby. Big Dane 78, NRG Motorsports driver. He has not won a race yet this season. He is within the amount of races that he needs to make the playoffs. So if he wins, that will lock him in and be one of the drivers that gets to compete for that title at the end of the season. Blakey T just out here racing to have fun and try to get his team owner some points, but he will not have any availability at making the playoffs with or without a win as he's missed too many races. But he's trying to play spoiler to drivers like Big Dane. I believe out of all these drivers up top, all these 6 cars in the breakaway, Big Dane is the only driver without a win. So he's the one that needs it the most. Blakey T and Crab Leg, they don't either, but they cannot make the playoffs. We have Wesley Green out there cheering for Dark Humor. Puddin', good to see you out there. Ma Bear, thanks for tuning in. And Robbie is speechless. He has muted himself. Big Dane holding off the 3-wide battle of Tackleberry, Blakey T, and Private Patton that was battling for second. Tackleberry lifts. He thinks better of it as he's now going 3-wide with Country Caliber and Crab Leg back there. Again, they've singled out. It's now 2-wide for second through 7th. Private Patton to the outside. Duck Humor is pushing him. This is going to be for your race lead, ladies and gentlemen. Pro, how many laps do we have left in stage 2? 7 laps remaining here in stage 2. 34 going to try to go to the inside of course. Man, I hate this view. Trying to do spectator mode and it keeps throwing me in what, turns 1 and 2. It makes me just stare at turns 1 and 2. We're gonna go boom vision so you guys can see all the way around the track for a couple laps.
Hello.
Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Giggity, bud.
Welcome to Giggity Racing League.
As American as he could say it. Guys, while we're riding along here with these top 7 cars, I think it's a great time here in the middle of stage 2 to give our first Giggity rev it up. 5 laps remain in the stage. 3 wide battling within the top 7. Big Dane still your leader, needing this win more than anybody. Puddin' out there says he doesn't know who that Danny is. Me neither. Never heard of her. Thanks for tuning in there, Puddin'. I know you're having a tough night, but absolutely great to see you there in the YouTube chat.
Love you, buddy.
Woohoo! No homo, but he does love you.
Daddy, this is awesome racing.
Yeah, this racing's absolutely impeccable. Not so sure we're going to see the same type of racing when we go to Sonoma, but this is really, really good racing. Big Dane still trying to hold off the lead, or hold off the fight from the 34. Loves Machine Country Caliber, trying to push his teammate and also get himself some stage points. They're coming to 4 to go this time by. Close battle. Blakey T was the leader that lap, but Big Dane, as they enter 1 and 2, has the lead. Tackleberry on the outside, trying to push that 34 car and get himself some stage points here. To anybody out there in YouTube land, if you don't like this racing, I don't really know what to say to you. This is impeccable. These guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. Back there in 8th, Big Jim has worked his way up. Don't think he's going to be able to get up with these guys to be able to battle it out here for the stage, but that will put him in contention with these guys as they go into stage 3 here shortly. Coming to 3 to go, Big Dane and Country Caliber is going to beat Blakey T to the line. So 2 NRG Motorsports drivers sitting 1-2 with the 20 and the 11. The 19 unfortunately involved in that incident with Higgins earlier, not in the battle this time.
Blakey T's peeking, look. 34 on the inside.
34 has help from the 20's teammate, the 11 of Country Caliber. They're coming to, what's this, 2 to go, 1 to go? I don't remember. Coming to the white flag here. The 20 and the 34 still battling, but on opposite sides of the one top bottom. They have switched. 1 to go here in stage 2. Next flag will be the green and white. Blakey T dives hard into 1 as he's got his teammate Crableg in the 38 car pushing him, followed by the 16 of Tackle. Looks like the NRG Motorsports drivers, they have gotten to the outside as they're working together there. Of the 20 and the 11, they have help with the Private Patent and the Duck Humor. This is awesome. 7 cars under a blanket, entering 3. Only 1 of them can get the stage win. 34 with a little bit of an advantage. (34-38) side by side. I have no idea who got that stage. That was too close to tell.
34.
34 of Blakey T. If you guys, Robbie, if you were looking at the YouTube, I went boom vision. So I was looking back at the front of the 34, and it looked like their splitters crossed the line at the exact same time. Well, anyways, 34 and 38 got the stage win and second in the stage.
I had it on blimp cam, and I'll tell you what, it was really, really close.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was awesome. So KMS Motorsports takes stage 2. That's actually a sweep for the stages, as Blakey T won stage 1 as well. So Blakey T sweeping for himself and getting him owner some points. Dean says this is fun to watch. Absolutely horrible to be one of the drivers out there. And I can only imagine they're probably knees weak, arms are heavy. There's probably vomit on their mama's spaghetti, or, well, I don't know, spaghetti or sweater or something. And that's why I'm white and don't rap. End of that. Right, so Jake Drew has some battling to do. It always flips to him as he sat on the pole. Going up front, we have the KMS Motorsports cars, the 34, 38, 1, 2. Making a fool of myself on broadcast. Gotta love it.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. And this is also why I don't get up here too often. 34, Blakey T has the lead. Tackleberry now in second. We haven't spoke much of him, but he has been running in these front packs most of the night. Country Caliber peeking to the inside of him. Unsuccessful, as the 16 was able to drift down just enough to put that block on. The 11 of Country Caliber now to the inside of the 38. This is for P3. 2 red cars on the outside. That's Duck Humor sitting the second car. Usually he's one of the top 3 drivers, but this time he's following Crableg in that 38 sit guard Ford Mustang. Ooh, Big Jim and Flirt with Disaster make a little bit of contact down there. Puddin says you're supposed to make a fool of yourself up here, so apparently I'm doing something correct. 38, I don't know if he caught the wall, but he's definitely further back now. I was looking at YouTube land and not paying attention to anything else. Jake Giroux making some crazy moves back there, as looked like the 14 of Higgins was lacking. Blakey T still, though, leading the other 11 drivers as he is in first in that number 34 KMS Ford Mustang. Puddin loves to see the Loves car in first. Over to you, Robbie.
I've just sat here riding on board with Jake Giroux, watching him work his way through the pack here. Actually keeping an eye on the lag as well. Pro, have you actually seen any lobby lag from your point of view? Okay, so it's just my end then. But I'll tell you what, you know,
Salzgaber going for the lead.
Awesome racing. Stage 2, awesome racing. I think we might find it, you know, getting a little bit more rough in this 3rd stage, but hopefully not too rough, and hopefully they keep it clean and green.
When you get to the line, can you tell me how many laps are here in stage 3? 15 to go. Are they going to have to make pit stops? Pit stops will be happening as long as they, for the first time, he led a lap that stage in that number 16 Medical Motorsports Chevy Camaro. Here, Big Dane 3 wide for the lead. He gets the inside of the 16. 34 on the outside of the 16. 16 is the Duck in the middle, as Big Dane trying to take the lead, as he's got the Duck Humor pushing him now. The 3 wide for second place. Blakey T, who's won both stages, sitting in a precarious position on the outside here, losing lots of positions. This 20 car, I'm telling you, this might be the best I've seen him look all season. If there's one driver out there that deserves a win to try to get into these playoffs as it sits right now, I'm going to say that 20 Stanley Toyota Camry for NRG Motorsports. That's Big Dane running up front. Man, this is intense. Coming to 14 to go this time by. Big Dane holding on to the lead over Duck Humor, Tackleberry, Private Patent, Blakey T. That's your top 5. Tackleberry to the... Oh, sorry, that's 13 to go. As Big Dane just took across the line. Here's a couple more drivers we haven't yet to speak a whole lot about. But Big Jim in the 32, Jake Giroux there on the bottom. We haven't mentioned Jake's name, but now he's in the mix. Flirt with Disaster, I Spun Higgins also in the mix here. Basically, we have 11 of the 12 drivers all here in this front package. Unfortunately, the 8 did lose the draft earlier. Riding along here with the number 32 of Big Jim __11. That's Big Jim 11. I don't know if it's doing it for everybody, but my YouTube was just laggy there, but I didn't see it on my screen, so I don't know what was going on there. Big Jim trying to work with the 21 cars. They're trying to get a run on the inside. Jake has decided to make it 3 wide as he drops below the 32, entering his turn 3 and 4. As they come to, I believe this to be 11 to go. Oh, the 38 spins out. Looks like Crableg caught the apron, collected the 14 of I Spun Higgins, and that will be our first incident-related caution here on the Speedway. That is going to be with, what was that, 11 to go? So when they restart, there'll be about 8 or 9 laps to go. I would say this is going to take the green flag pit stops out of the equation, as they're all going to be able to get 4 freshies and full of fuel here as they're able to go down pit road under caution. The little birdie in my ear just told me it's official. They can make it from here. I believe, is Big Dan still the leader? Or he was anyways when the caution came out. Big Dane, Private Patent, P1, P2, followed by Duck Humor, Jake Giroux, and Big Jim. Of course, they've made it to the front as it's coming down to the closing laps here at Michigan Speedway as they restarted with how many laps? 8 laps remain. Big Dane still in first position. Private Patton all over the rear end of that Toyota Camry as he's trying to get another victory here in that Canucks Ford Mustang. Puddin's out there telling these drivers how to adjust the car to go faster. I'm hoping they don't listen because we've all seen him race and his cars don't tend to go very fast. The 20 of Big Dane looking for his first victory of the season. Oh, he's doing a great job tonight. He's been in contention all night long and been running up front probably more than anybody else besides Blakey T. 4 of Duck Humor, he's running up front. Big Jim, he's got a couple wins. 14 of Higgins is being reported to have lag issues. Not really a big shocker. He tends to have it from time to time. And 21 battling side by side hard for the victory here. 6 laps remain. Yeah. My math is not always very accurate, so I have to keep checking with the guy in my ear. Dean out there tuning for the Big Dane. No, my rapping is much, much worse than my math. Thank you. They've singled out here, coming to 5 to go.
It's difficult to know what to say because the racing is just speaking for itself. You know, they're swapping positions constantly. You've got the inside, they're currently, taking the lead here, and everybody on the outside is getting a little bit railroaded. But then they come to the home stretch, everybody switches, and it all evens out again. So, I don't know what to say. Just absolutely amazing.
I'm glad you don't know what to say because I don't know what you said.
G'day, mate. Get yourself a free Wallaby.
Big Dane has a new... Oh, 21 looked like he caught the wall. That might have been a lag issue, but looks like the 21 will fall out of contention here as he's going to lose the draft. 3 wide for third. Big Dane dealing with a new driver to contend with as the 32 of Big Jim has made his way into second, followed by his KMS teammate, the 34 of Blakey T, and Jake Giroux also trying to get into third as we're coming to 3 to go this time by. Puddin out there a little upset. He wants to get himself a free Wallaby and you didn't tell him where to get it. Big Jim has taken the lead in that number 32. Nuka Bob also wants a Wallaby. Thanks for tuning in, Nuka Bob, with 3 to go.
Everybody wants a Wallaby.
Yeah. Nuka was probably watching the whole time, but once you mentioned Wallaby, he decided that's when he had to message. 14 way up by the wall.
How to get Nuka Bob to speak on YouTube.
Mentioned a Wallaby. 2 to go. Big Jim and Jake Giroux sitting P1 and P2. They were running in the back most of this race, but they finally made their way up. Here comes Blakey T, Stage 1 and Stage 2 winner in that 34 car. He's now in third. And here comes a new Toyota into the scene. Is Flirt with Disaster now sitting in the top 5 as he's gotten by his teammate, a Big Dane. They're coming to the white flag this time by. Oh, nope. Big wreck. Big wreck. The 20, the field, the whole field. Is the caution out? The caution came out before they got to the white flag, so we are going to be looking at an overtime here, ladies and gentlemen. Overtime attempt number 1, as Jake Giroux and Big Jim are going to lead the way, followed by Crab Leg, Flirt with Disaster, and Country Caliber.
Yeah, I was actually riding on board with that. Blakey T in the 34, I think it's 34, decided to take it 3 wide. Jake threw a block, stacked up the whole field. Next thing you know, everybody's wrecking. But, it's racing. It's been tight racing through all 3 stages. So at some point, it is bound to happen.
Yeah, well, it was definitely bound to happen after you called it out that stage 3 was probably going to be a little rougher. And actually, it's been really, really good racing. But coming to the white flag, you have to expect the blocks are going to get made. Luckily, for all those drivers involved, the caution came out before they got to the line, because had they been on the white flag already, that would have been the end of the race. Flirt with Disaster is your leader. Pit road strategy, I'm assuming, helped him, is Big Jim sitting in second, followed by I Spun Higgins, Jake Giroux, and Country Caliber. Looks like Higgins might have had a lag or something. Jake just went from top to bottom drastically down onto the apron. Flirt with Disaster is going to be the leader as they exit turn 2. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking that 14 car is having a little bit of lag issue. The 24 just lost a lot of time behind him.
Yeah, like I said, the 24 from the front all the way to the back.
Yeah, and the 21 just put 3 wide for the race lead. 32, 38. The 4 into the 32. 32 saves it, does not go into the wall. The 24 and the 14 making more contact. 14 saves after going through the grass. Comes back up on. White flag is out. Next flag will end this race. 19 way down on the apron. 34 makes contact. There's the 8 making a little contact. 24 trying to get by all of them. 24 spins on the apron. Trying to get up front here as we have a battle for the lead with Crab Leg and Duck Humor. Side by side, Country Caliber drops the inside 3 wide for the lead as they enter turn 3. Country dives it in deep. Is he going to be able to hold the bottom? Yes, he is. Crab Leg right on the tail of that 11 car. Here they come, exiting turn 4. The 11 of Country Caliber is your race leader. Team NRG Motorsports is going to get the victory here in the Danny Salzgaber 100 as Country Caliber takes the win. Right behind him was Crab Leg and then Duck Humor. What an exciting end of that race. Unfortunately, the 14 of I Spun Higgins had some bad lag there on the restart, which tends to happen when you're around all those drivers. It's catch-22. If I was in his position, it's really hard to just pull over with 2 to go. He did pretty good the whole time, riding behind everybody for the majority of the race. But when it's go time, lag or no lag. Really good race to all those drivers. To anybody that watches this back, I want to say congratulations. You guys just put on one hell of a show out there. In race 1 of 3 here, the Preset Cup Series at Michigan has concluded. We'll be back here shortly as they get ready to go to Sonoma. Tune in about 15 minutes. They should be getting ready to at least be qualifying by then. So tune in. Yeah.